What is good, chat? How we doing today? Listen, time out. Before y'all get at me, I didn't know I was going to do this live stream today, okay? I didn't even know I was going to be streaming today until a little birdie hit me in the Instagram here with a little video link, all right? And this video link went to a content creator, two content creators that we know very well in this space, which is Abba and Preach. And they had a reaction for Pearl, and it looks like this reaction that they just dropped is almost like the you would say the nail in the coffin when you want to talk about Just Pearly Thing's career, right? The things that they mentioned in this particular video is just absolutely insane. And honestly, I would have to say thank you, because shout out to the real brothers who are actually holding someone accountable. Even if they're not in this space, they recognize someone who's obviously not suited to be having conversations in this space, and they called her out for it, okay? And they man, the things they said about not wanting to be part of her show because they saw the grift from a mile away, I mean, it just explains it, all right? And what that also does, chat, it draws a direct parallel to the guys who are right now backing her. Matter of fact, doing worse than backing her. They're going as far as to even deny how bad their history was just to protect her. It's crazy. And these men right now who are running interference for your mama Pearl, listen, these guys were starting to find out that it's more than just, you know, slavery wasn't embellished and Pearl is a racist. No, it's actually more like, I'm probably going to be getting paid for it, and maybe down the road Pearl might benefit my channel. However, now with other bigger content creators like Playbacks, other content creators like Abba and Preach that are noticing this grift, that are calling out this grift publicly, it just means a larger opposition for Pearl as she's going on her rise. And honestly, I want to say thank you all that have been doing videos to call her out, even those you guys like MTR, O'Shea Duke Jackson. First of all, O'Shea Duke Jackson, shout out, because actually one of his videos we're going to be reacting to today. And the reason why is the man, even though a lot of people, they're like, come on, O'Shea, you know, you help promote Pearl too, come on, and now you turning your back. It doesn't really matter at this point, because this guy is doing countless videos, countless videos, pretty much making sure we do not forget what Pearl did. And that is how you hold someone accountable, and I am absolutely here for it, man. So this is great. And one last thing, all of you Uncle Toms out there that are sitting here just letting this stuff go by, I want to just say shame on you. And as we get further away from this controversy, a lot of people are going to take away what you guys did and the actions you guys took, and it's gonna stick with them. If you guys don't believe that this is gonna have a negative impact on your career, you have no idea what's happening right now. And with that being said, let's go ahead and turn the music off, and let me go ahead and pull up the stream. Guys, as you know, let me know if you guys can hear the audio, because I don't want to have audio issues right now. This is a very important stream. Let me go ahead and get this. It probably won't even be that long of a stream, to be honest. I'm just going to throw that in there. But let's go!
I want to think about what?
About her getting in trouble.
It was bound to happen.
Okay, if you aren't aware, just Pearly Things, the lady who's 26, unmarried, single, career-driven, and constantly tries to educate women on how to be submissive and married by 25, has gotten in trouble recently. Not for not taking her own advice and being the opposite of whatever the fuck she preaches, but more so for having Nick Fuentes, who's a white supremacist,
Anti-Semite,
on her platform. And basically, when she invited him on the platform for an interview, she didn't push back against any of the stuff that she said. Basically, was co-signing him.
And I just like to say, when you come on, Pearly Things, yeah? All right? We've got best smoke for you. And where you now?
Listen, you've sat down and you've ate off just Pearly Things by tagging us, yeah? And your production is not our production. Our production is big out here. You get me?
Hey, I can tell Abba and Breach, they got smoke for this nigga. They just waiting for him to say something. They are waiting for this dude to say something. And realistically, hey, Amiri, where's that smoke you got, bro? What happened to all that smoke you got, bro? Is it smoke or just gas? You just blowing gas up people's asses and shit, bro. Where is it? We waiting on that smoke, but I can tell the fact that they're harping on this right now, like Abba and Priest, they're waiting for Amiri to say something, and they're gonna just destroy this man's entire career. Not only that, I think O'Shea Duke Jackson is also waiting for this man to do something. This guy doesn't understand how lightly he has to thread right now, because he's got a bunch of sharks like literally watching him. But I digress. This nigga, bro, this dude.
Bare smoke for you lot, bro. Both of you lot. I got smoke for Abba and Preach, bro.
You ain't saying shit now, right?
I'm pretty sure he's unemployed now.
You ain't saying shit now.
They waiting on
you
him.
Come in, cause
He fired his ass.
when you come for Pearly Thing, where you now? Where's the smoke? Where's your cigar? Where's your cigarette?
Damn.
Where is it? Because when you come from one of us, yeah. And what about when
yeah.
people come from one of y'all? What's she gonna do? Nothing.
Listen, I'll say this about her.
Fuck out of here, clown.
I think it's wild that people have an issue with her right now when she's made her entire career on clowning black women.
Yeah.
Boom. Top down, they see it. Top down, they see the grift. All right, and honestly, they have a point. A lot of y'all black manosphere individual leaders, y'all made a bag off of black women. Realistically, if it wasn't for black women to talk about, or examples on TikTok and all these different things, or even the black women that come on your panels to run amok, y'all wouldn't really have shit. And that's what a lot of people are starting to wake up and realize, bruh. And I found that out a long time ago, because I'm like, first of all, okay, we're the manosphere, and I get it, traditional woman this, traditional woman that, but why do we keep talking about women? Like, why can't we talk about anything else? Why does everything just female centers? Like, okay, we've graduated from talking about females. I don't have a problem with females anymore, thanks to your help, okay? I'm sure Timmy over there probably is doing a pretty good job. So why are you guys still harping on the issue? And it makes sense, because they're not trying to get you to move on, all right, from, you know, your emotional heartbreak or the emotional vendetta you have against women. No, they want you to stay in the space, because your anger and emotion towards your other counterpart here, the woman, all right, it keeps you in their matrix to keep funding their Bugattis. You understand that, right? So don't get it twisted. That is the whole hustle for a lot of these guys. And it's honestly sad that these guys are seeing it, but people who follow these manosphere leaders don't.
It's like, oh, now that she said something about black people as a whole, y'all got an issue. But when she was clowning black, I remember this girl used to have videos back in the day. She used to hit me up all the time. I never really responded much. She used to hit us up and she's like, oh, I want to interview you guys. You know, I got one of the fastest growing podcasts in the world. This is like when she had like 100K subs. And she had this video. She's like, look at this video. It's going viral. And it was her talking to this black woman telling her how ridiculous she is. And on the face of it, it's like, all right, whatever. It's fine. But when I started seeing her try to do the new come up where she transitioned from what she used to be, which was before her videos were like, whitest girl in the world reacts to new rap song. Whitest girl in the world reacts to ABBA and Preach. Whitest, I'm like, okay, this racial dynamic that she keeps playing into is corny and cringe as fuck. But
Boom! After I saw that, I went back and I was like, that's right. So those of y'all saying that, the Nick Fuentes, I didn't know he was a racist. I'm like, I had no idea. Like, I didn't know. Like, I'm not looking. No, she knew. Matter of fact, when she was making videos trying to get on, clout chasing like a motherfucker, right? She was playing on that racial dynamic because she knows that shit sells. This is the internet. When you go racial, you get clout. So she knows the dynamic. She knows how people view white girls when it comes to hip hop. All right, it's like, damn, look at that, Karen. She over here dancing to Chief Keef. Like, that's wild, right? So don't get it twisted when she say my Africans, when she say things like, slavery and embellishment and whatnot. She knows what she's talking about. That's why when you get you guys like Anton Daniels, Angry Man, and they're saying, "Oh well, she's just dumb. Oh no, she's just young." Right? You guys are emotional. You're blowing this out of proportion. Settle down. We can't because we see the lie. And honestly, even ABBA and Preach, they kind of were like in the middle ground with this. But like, how can you guys still say she's not racist, right? She knows the background where she came from, and with the background she came from, okay, there's also a level of education and knowledge about certain histories and certain things there. All right. And on top of that, when she's migrating to the space and learning these talking points, knowing full well she knows what she's been doing, right, with the whole white girl reacts. She knows she's playing on racial antics. Nick Fuentes coming on is playing on racial antics. And from the get-go makes it even worse because she was clout chasing off of it. So I wish Abba and Preach would have went further and just called a spade a spade. The bitch is crazy, bro. She's racist as fuck. Like, that's just what it is. But it is, at least we take what we could get. It's a call out by a large platform that gets hell of a lot more views than Pearl. All right? And it's going to have a hell of a lot more reach.
She saw it as a marketing ploy. That was her in to get in, right? She then transitioned to the next step, which is like, oh, I see what Kevin Samuels and some of these other red pills are doing. Let me try to emulate that. So she inserted herself, and she was just talking. And I was like, y'all don't find it fucking weird that a white woman who grew up in a extremely wealthy in some rural part of America, okay?
So I'm going to show you the front of the house.
So I wish I could be in these videos, but I could not find a sibling that felt like...
I didn't grow up in this house. My house didn't look like this. And we welcome someone. That's such an excellent point. We welcome someone that didn't even have a background that most of y'all dudes that are following these manosphere clowns come from. She didn't have that experience. Yeah, she dated a few black people here and there, but that was while she was traveling and doing volleyball leagues internationally. How many of y'all playing sports right now in high school have the money to go play international while you're in school and in college and all that? That's a different life for a lot of you people. So when she comes online, and we know based on her history, she's been doing whatever to get clout. Why are we surprised that she's not doing this? She's now doing this with the whole modern women grift to go ahead and grift off of that. And the sad thing is, our people let this happen. And she knew that. That's the more sinister part of it. She knew that. She knew she would get away with it here. And only worse, she knew that there would be Toms in this space that will stand up and run defense for her. She knew all of that. The moment she went on a stream and saw that one of these manosphere leaders, these black manosphere leaders, were willing to insult their own women in front of her, she knew. That's what makes this shit so sinister. So look at this shit. Look where she came from. Look at your life. Look what she's been doing this whole time, and you tell me she didn't have a little bit of knowledge of what she was doing. Everything up until this point has been a clout move for her, including the guys who are now backing her. Oh yeah, we not stopping with y'all, bruh.
And a sibling that felt like...
is making her career giving marriage and life advice as some young 22, 23-year-old to older black women. I'm like, you ain't got any Asian, Latinos, white women to critique. No, black women. So I was already looking at her a little bit weird, and she invited me a bunch of times. I never wanted to go on. My man's 28 going on 80, and I don't want that to be you guys. And that's why today's sponsor, TH.
Her whole thing.
You can't. That Instagram got deleted.
Even though you can still find the conversation if someone's still getting it.
No, after a while you can't. It just says Instagram user.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't find it. How would you find it if it just says Instagram user? You'd have to scroll all the way down.
Back, yeah.
And you're not going to go through general. There's hundreds of DMs.
Oh, it's in general?
Yeah, I didn't put it in.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to this bitch, so I put her in the primary. She going to general. Fuck her. You fucking dweeb. This girl was corny to me. Do I think she's a grifter? Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I don't think she believes half the stuff that she says that comes out of her mouth. Her friends, her family have already come out and said stuff against her, and she's made up certain aspects of her life. But more importantly, I don't know, you just see the switch up that she's done over the last 2 years, and it's been fascinating to see the kind of title she had before, content she's making, to what she's making now. I just don't buy it. I never did. At the end of the day, do I think she's some kind of race supremacist? No, I don't. I think she's just somebody who wants to make money, and her capitalistic mindset made her realize that black men will support a woman who echoes what they think.
I don't think. I think partially. This is where I disagree with Auburn Preach. Right. I think partially is because of that capitalistic mindset, but also she knows, like she knows she can get away with it racially. She understands that. She understands that a lot of black people are gonna be. Listen, they're willing to forego most things to be seen as part of that group. That's why you see this nonsense in the manosphere where they're telling people who have a legitimate grievance for trying to hold Kroll accountable. They're calling us emotional. They're telling us that we're getting mad over nothing. Oh, this is just a racial issue. It has a lot to do with just more than that, right? Because we look at other groups and how respected they are, but us. And here we are in the black manosphere when we're supposed to have a situation where we're supposed to feel proud, right? And also to build a media to be able to voice what we're going through, not only with our women, but with society at large. A lot of you guys talked about that stuff. So then when we allow situations like this to happen, where people can come in and they just say whatever, do whatever, and they're people that are guaranteed to just turn to their other brother and say, settle down, you don't know what you're talking about. That's a problem. And realistically, the other half of it is capitalism, because capitalism is a class divider. That's just what it is. I'm not saying, there's not some positive benefits or anything like that, but you have to understand to look at the system for what it is, all right? It is a class separation system. The moment you start making money, you start literally moving up in tiers. And it's classified by wealth. You got the billionaire class, the millionaire class, and people who make over 6 figures, right? Middle class, upper class. It's a classist system, all right? But what's also more sinister about this is that within the races itself, right, capitalism also separates the classes, all right? So you have rich black folks that some of them they'll forego, certain things like, protecting their own history or standing up for themselves if it means that they get to keep their position in society. We see this in the manosphere all the time. How many of y'all have been here in this space long enough to see some of these manosphere content creators literally go from 0 to millions, and you watch their personality transform over time? You see it happen. It goes from being humble, it goes from being genuine. All of a sudden, you put a little bit of coin in their pocket, and they're flexing on you. All of a sudden, they're talking about their Lambos. All the time, they're talking about their Rolexes. They're talking about what they have over you. It's the same thing in every industry. You look in the music industry, same thing. Matter of fact, it's worse because they pretend like they got it. So we have to acknowledge these issues. Yes, Pearl comes from a different class. And yes, when she sees how black folks interact with their women online, she feels as though she's confident in doing this. Confident in coming here and doing this. When you have guys like Obsidian literally lambasting a black woman in front of Pearl, calling her a bitch, don't you think she feels confident? Bro, y'all gotta be thinking deeper than this, man. This is a mental, psychological situation that we're dealing with.
Especially if she doesn't look like them. And so they threw money at her. Truth is, she's a goofy broad who found a way into the community and was able to make a lot of money off you guys. And she will continue, because a lot of dudes are more concerned with getting back at women or showing them up than they are with actually getting to the truth of any situation. Because if you look at her, she's a giant flaming hypocrite. The thing that she is the exact thing that she preaches against. She ain't got no husband. She's a career-driven woman who's very, very argumentative and isn't submissive in any type of way. How's Sheila want to tell everyone how to live and what they should be, but she's not even an example of the thing that she talks about? Y'all never...
Facts! Facts! And all she's proven is that anyone can come in here, and as long as they say what you guys like, you're gonna support it, even though they're the exact thing that you guys are despising right now. Pearl is the exact same thing that exact problem you guys find with modern female nature. She's the exact person. Matter of fact, a lot of these women who are in this space, black or white, are the exact opposite of what you guys want. Y'all want traditional women. They're telling you about traditional women, but they themselves are not. They're out here traveling the world. They're out here taking pictures. They're over here getting all this money, but no husband. No babies. But they have the gall to come up here and tell you your life is wrong. It's all just parroting.
Ever found that shit kind of weird? And then on racial issues, I don't even think that she's some kind of supremacist. I just think she's ignorant. That's it. I just think she's ignorant. And when a man came on the platform and said a bunch of stuff, she just didn't have the wherewithal or the ability to counter anything because she wasn't well read on it. I understand.
Well, yeah, but racism it is also ignorance. It's also ignorance because you don't really know a whole lot, right? Think about it. When people start to understand their counterparts, like what's that guy? That one guy that black dude that infiltrated the KKK, right? And there were some KKK members that after they got to talk to the guy and talk to the brothers, a lot of the myths that were circling around their little supremacist group over there, it was starting to be undone. Because here's reality facing them. And this black guy isn't stupid. He's educated. He's not any of these myths and jargons that we've been talking about in our little circles. So it's partially ignorance, and it's also hatred. When you mix ignorance and hatred, you get that toxic combo. So just dismissing it as just pure ignorance, yeah, but there's the other half of it too. And that's a huge issue. Right, and we see a lot of people doing that, and that's a prejudice, that's a stereotypes. So when she's laughing and making jokes about CP time, right, in front of a proclaimed racist, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. And people are saying, well, it's just a joke. It's a well-known joke. Yeah, but to that racist, it's for real. They actually believe that. That's one of their little circle talking points. Of course, not all black people run on CP time. All right, and so you can find white people that are also late. But laughing up there with a racist while feigning ignorance, and we know you're not stupid, that's a problem. Optically, if that doesn't show you that's something sus about that, I don't know what to tell you. And then you see other videos that are coming out where even Alex Haley, when she's using Roots, a movie, right, to say, well, slavery wasn't all that bad. Roots made it worse than what it actually is. Really? They didn't even talk about feeding babies to alligators just to bait them. And you guys aren't even covering the fact that she is using Roots, a movie, to try to convince other people who work for her and listen to her that are black that their history wasn't as bad as Roots was making it to be. I think that's even worse. Yeah, and I'm not saying that Roots wasn't embellished or anything like that, because there were some parts of it that was embellished. But for her, that's like saying that 12 Days a Slave or Django, right? See, look, the stuff that happened in 12 Days a Slave or Django, all right, look, that when that lady was getting whipped and tossed in a box in the middle of the heat, okay, I know that was bad, but that didn't really happen in real life. Slavery wasn't as bad as it was depicted in Django. That's basically what she said. If you swap Roots for Django, that's what she said. If you swap Roots for 12 Days a Slave, that's what she said. And you got buddies like Angry Man coming up here and saying, well, listen, okay, that Roots movie, it was bad, okay, but it wasn't like that in real world. Are you stupid? Nigga, what is wrong with you? So that's all the more reason we have to push this. We have to correct this. Because, listen, we're going into a new day. We're watching all these other racial groups get what they asked for by simply demanding it, and we're sitting here letting our own folks tell us that we can't have what we know what we deserve. the same respect. When we see other racial groups who are passionate and angry when someone does something crazy, right? No one says a thing. But when black folks does it, we're emotional and we're whining. You know, that's the same thing they did with Malcolm X. That's the same thing they did with MLK. The later version of MLK, not the starting version of MLK. The later version of MLK, when he realized that he was had, he became more agitated. He became more aggressive. He became more revolutionary. And they didn't like that. They start putting out media. Oh, these passionate blacks, they're just trying to play on you emotions. You guys got to settle down, okay? They don't really mean what they're saying. They're just agitators. They're agitators. Fast forward 2023, ain't shit changed. We got our own people in front of us telling us the exact same thing. Oh shit, Sarah Garvey's in the chat. Hey, what's good? He says, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Hey, shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. Like, seriously, we hope you come back, man. But thank you so much for the support. Like, it's just the hypocrisy is crazy. It's crazy. So I think a lot of these guys have to point it out. And Sarah, even what you were talking about with the contracts, it goes hand in hand with her mentality. Because if she's asking to take 70% of your channel, on top of keeping 100% of the profits from your videos on her channel, she's coming in to dominate you. And then we got our own people telling us that we are emotional and dumb for not doing it. They're out here finger wagging at you, telling you to settle down. That's a problem. And I think before we can get ahead, we need to solve the issue of the Toms in the room. We need to clear the Toms out of the room. They don't understand what this is about. We need to clear them out of the room. The angry mans of the world, the Anton Daniels, you need to be cleared out of the room. You got to go. Because you look at us and tell us ain't shit going to change, but you're the reason why shit's not changing.
And there was a lot of things that she was agreeing on that, was whatever. But whatever.
I just think she just doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, which is true for many of the subjects that she talks on. None of this is surprising, so I thought this was actually kind of boring and dull. Well, yeah. What do you think?
It was just very expected. When I saw that shit, I was like, yeah. Yeah, what the fuck did you expect? Yeah. Of course. So, whatever. Yeah. It's a whatever sandwich to me.
And Nick tries to massage it sometimes. He tries to pretend like he's not a white supremacist, but he is. Yeah, absolutely is. I remember at one time he's like, no, I'm more axed on my Christianity more than anything else. But then this guy in the conversation was advocating for a white power structure. He wanted white people in charge. And then I remember I asked him a question one time. I said, Nick, if you had to choose, you said Christianity is your most important criteria, right? He said, yeah. And I said, okay. If you had to choose between marrying a black woman who's extremely Christian or marrying a white woman who's an atheist, what would you choose? The dude went quiet. I'm like, bro, I thought you said Christianity is your most important thing. Why would you choose the black one? And I'm like, bro, just say you love whiteness, man. Why are you doing all this Christianity bullshit?
Boom!
You know what I mean?
This is what happens when you have an educated brother in front of a racist. You stomp him up and trip him up and expose your hypocrisy, right? And then when the world is watching you and they're seeing, okay, this is this racist character over here, and these are his ideas, but here is this man who's basically what this guy is railing against, and here's him challenge him on his points, and he has the guy stumped. That means that this guy, his ideas is stupid. I'm not gonna follow that. I think what Abba's saying is right. Versus what Pearl did. Pearl just sat there and laughed with them, right? So it's a bigger problem because with Pearl's audience, which a lot of people, their research is YouTube, most of them. They're waiting for you to tell them what the news is. That's what most people are on YouTube right now. So when they're watching someone like Nick Fuentes and Pearl is talking about, oh yeah, he's getting banned because, cancel culture, and she's putting him within that framework, and not challenging or pushing back the nonsense he's saying, it gets her audience to start believing that, hey, well, maybe Nick's not that bad. Maybe he's really not a racist. Maybe the world's got him misconstrued, right? Maybe he's just a misunderstood man, right? And cancel culture is just so harsh that, guys, we got to get rid of these leftists. That's what it is. That not realizing that, no, his ideas are bad. They are horrible. And he is a racist. So that's why it's important to call this stuff out. And when you're gonna have a show, no, listen, we're not saying you can't talk to racists. We're not saying you can't platform nobody and have that conversation. I know some of these economic toms over here, they want to tell you, oh, they're hating on Pearl because she's white. Y'all are just jealous because she's white. That's what it is. Nah, it's not that at all. It's that we had a white woman who rose to prominence in a black space, all right, and didn't challenge a known racist in front of audience of potentially millions of people. That's a problem. Matter of fact, that's more than a problem. That's propaganda.
I mean,
Why are you doing all this?
yeah. It's just he is what he is. It's fine when you accept it. You can have that conversation with him. You can push back on his ideas, but you need to actually acknowledge and do some research. And you didn't do that. And so, with highly controversial guests, does it mean you can't have them on your platform? No, you can. You just got to get ready to actually push back on some of their ideas. That's it. So, anyways.
Oh, we got Sarah again with the $5 euro. I said $5 euro. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's a €5. Hey, you trying to hop up? I can put the link down if you got time. So I don't know what time it is in the UK, man. If you got time, we can talk about this because it'll be definitely important to clarify a couple of things because including the one we were talking about with O'Shea D. Jackson and the contracts because those were the questions that were not being asked. So yeah, if you want, man, like please, I will drop the link faster than Anton's channel. So just let me know. We can make it happen. So Sarah Garvey says, circular economics. Let's start paying it forward to each other. It will come back if we understand what we spend with each other. That is absolutely facts. That is absolutely facts. And then that's one thing, because some of you guys would ask, oh, Duke, you're Nigerian. It's so crazy that you're going this hard. You're doing videos every day holding Pearl accountable. What's going on? It's because realistically, look at the black manosphere. Even guys who are following Obsidian's camp, some of them are Nigerian. Some of them from Kenya, some of them from all different parts of the world, of the diaspora that are listening to this stuff because, let's be real, there's certain elements in the manosphere that everyone shares. Some same problems when men are dealing with women. It's worldwide, right? So we have a stake in this as well. But when I see other Nigerians, when I see other Africans who are also part of the black manosphere space on these panels, right, and they're just saying these heinous things and nonsense, it's like, wait a minute now, you guys are all types of causing divisions right now. Like we got to slow it down. We have to. It's more than ever. We got to come together than anything else. But yeah, I appreciate it, man.
This one's kind of boring to me, but everybody wanted us to cover it, so here it is. But I don't know what y'all want me to say. I couldn't believe y'all made this girl popular in the first place, but everyone's allowed to do whatever they want. So, y'all
freedom of speech for you, freedom of speech for me. Yeah. You're allowed to do some dumb shit, but I'm allowed to tell you dumb.
Absolutely. And you're allowed to tell us we're dumb too. I really think
it's fine.
But yeah.
Live your life.
You know how many times people say, yo, go on our podcast, go on our podcast. I'm like, fuck would I go on that weirdo's podcast? So I go sit there and tell women, you're unreasonable. Modern women are the problem. Oh, actually, this part was actually interesting. Some dude who worked with her. Remember the guy who said, I ain't got no problem with her? I got no problem with Abba and Breach?
Yeah.
I got bare smoke for you lot, bro. Both of you lot. I got smoke for Abba and Breach, bro. Please don't mention it.
When you say that, don't say we. Just say you got smoke because I ain't got no smoke for no one.
So this guy came out saying, not only she
my God.
he made a video saying, like, yo, she takes over 80 to 85% of people.
Hey, time out. What happened to all that smoke, bro? Hey, Amiri, where's the smoke? We still waiting for it, bro. I'll go order smoke for you, bro. I got all the smoke. Okay. Here's the problem with you, American blacks. Okay, your problem is you don't want to open the Overton window to allow us and Pearl to come in here and have a true discussion about racism. You don't want to expand Overton window because you guys are too emotional. Hey, listen, bro. I don't care. I don't care if we're emotional as hell. It is what it is. So what? At least that emotion is getting me active, baby. It's getting me off my ass instead of y'all times not doing nothing. So what? So the hell what? But listen, all this emotional stuff, Amiri, or that y'all and all y'all Toms are over here proposing. Listen, bro, it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. It's been happening for decades now. Y'all have been telling us we're being emotional because we feel that we're what we're fighting for. It's not worth it, right? But it is at the end of the day because it's about self-respect and pride. There's a reason why not only black men are being disrespected right now, but also black women are the most disrespected. Angry Man, you quote Malcolm X a lot. And one of the main things that Malcolm X hated, right, with people, black men disrespecting black women. No matter what, he still hated it because in his eyes, if the white man or other racial group wouldn't tolerate that bullshit, why should we? And if we're out here putting our business on display in front of the other racial groups, well, guess what? That's not going to give us respect, and they're certainly not going to respect us. And that's the problem. When the manosphere morphs into, we go from talking about relationships to bashing women, that's when we lost the plot. We lost all of it.
Revenue.
Now, myself and Pearl sat down to have a conversation, and she expressed to me that she wanted to do a new segment for her show. And she said she would want me within her studio 4 days per week. I said, okay, from what time? She said from 10 in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening. I said, so working 4 to 5 days a week for 7 hours is essentially a day job. What is my guaranteed fee at the end of the month? What is the salary? And she looks at me and she says, we do not do guarantees and we do not do salary. She does percentages.
Damn.
So I said, okay, cool. Well, what's the percentage? She said, Sarah, you're the high end, so you will get 70-30. So I said, fine, okay, let me listen. 70% goes to me and 30% goes to you. Now she looked at me and she said, no, 70% goes to me, Pearl, and 30% goes to me, Sarah Garvey. And that's when I started scratching my head. I said, what's the low end? She said it's 10 to 15%.
Which is like a crazy split. Even when you account for business expenses and everything, that's a crazy split. That Pearl, who's not even on the camera, will take 85% of what the person makes, okay, from ad revenue. No MCM, no like marketing agency does that. So that's one. Two, one other thing that he said he was talking about the past. She ended up filing a bunch of DMC strikes again to try to get his video taken.
Of course.
It's just funny.
Oh, bro, you know what's crazy? Even they know it's a horrible deal. Everybody knows it's a horrible deal, but the niggas who are leading the black manosphere, they want you to believe that Sarah was a dummy for walking away. And look at the excuses that we're making. Oh, this is why black people can't get ahead. This is why. Because when the good old white man come in here and give you a deal to help you get up out the mud, you don't want to take it. And it's like, what are you talking about? What are you guys saying? And you ask Anton the same question. He's like, well, I wouldn't take that deal because I'm a self-starter independent, so it doesn't apply to me. Okay, then what the fuck? Why would you think Sarah would be the same way? Listen, there are two kinds of people, all right? There are guys like Sarah, and then there are guys like King Riches and Auntie Jenny. Two different people. Auntie Jenny got nothing else to live for, okay? You already heard her with the cognac. All right, you over here. Oh, you're little pendant. You're little pendant. You over here with your turtleneck looking like a man. Oh, like a really long man, okay? It's like, hey, time out. Time out, Auntie, okay? You sounding real sus right now. Relax, okay? Okay. But, like, still, it doesn't matter. There are two kinds of people. That's them. If they're okay with selling their soul for 3 years for 90%, Pearl's favor, that's cool. But not everyone is like that. And that's weird that was an excuse. Now, here's the thing. Not only is she doing DMCA strikes, but O'Shea did a video recently where he basically said that Pearl is threatening to sue Sarah Garvey. So we're going to play O'Shea's video and see what's going on. But if this is true, I want to ask you guys something. Would this be the actions of someone who actually took accountability to sue the person that put a video trying to hold her accountable? It doesn't sound like someone took accountability to me, but yet the black manosphere is telling us that no, she already apologized. She doesn't need to do anymore. Matter of fact, there's some people in the black manosphere that are saying, no, she don't need to apologize. Why do you have to apologize, Pearl? Go ahead and sit down, kick your feet up, take your shoes off. Let me suck on your pretty little toes. That's what y'all are, bunch of toe suckers. If she was really held accountable, she wouldn't be going on the offense like that. The only reason she feels comfortable going on the offense, striking his channel, threatening to sue, The only reason she feels confident is because of you Toms. Because of the division. If we were unified on this, there's nowhere she could go because the white manosphere don't even want her. But yeah, we are. We got further division over something the white guys threw away. That's funny. That smells really fucking funny. Lee Clinton, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, good to see brother Sarah Garvey channel didn't get canceled. Yeah. I hope you're fighting back too, because there's got to be some kind of pushback. I mean, she's got to go. Like, at this point, she's got to go. Sweet Lord Rasia, shout out to you. How you doing? She said, I saw a video of her and Adam talking about Nick. Adam said he thought they would be a good couple. Pearl said Nick was cute. I heard that, but I didn't know. I thought she said he's cool, but I didn't know. I thought I heard she said he was cute or some shit like that. Yeah. But she's already, and even in her apology video, she was saying that, oh, I wasn't really aware of whatnot, you know, it was just so dumb and ignorant. But she knew who this guy was. She knew he was a known racist. She knew all of that stuff. She will pivot to MAGA at the end of the year. Politics have deep pockets. Yeah. Yeah, when you get into these evangelicals, you know, and they're all mouthy for Trump. Yes, Trump, you got to do this, right? Not mentioning that, you know, all these dudes are hypocrites. Democrat, Republican, who cares? They don't like you. They like wars in Ukraine. That's what they like. They like taking your money instead of building infrastructures. They want to spend it on a war, killing other people out there instead of you at home. That's funny, right? Right? Democrats, Republicans. Oh, the party of the blacks or the party of the free, right? But they're both coming together to screw you. Isn't that funny? Inflation on eggs, inflation on meat, inflation on gases and energy prices. Like, come on! You think these niggas care about you? Oh my God. Like, and y'all are just turning all of this into politics. I find that funny. You're backing for a team that don't care about you. They're screwing you right now. And you don't care. Vote Trump. Vote Biden. Y'all are dumb. Like, for real, bro.
Need to do is to go and watch it, and that video will reveal some very pertinent information about the relationship between them in a professional setting, how he felt that she was trying to give him a raw deal, some hypocrisy in some of her behaviors as a professional, and many things like that. Due to that video, Mr. Sarah Garvey, who had a podcast with her, I believe it was called The Gray Area on her network, she started copywriting those particular clips. And again, he had those clips on his channel for many months. She never did a copyright strike on his channel before, but after releasing this video, The Truth About Pearl, she has done that. Now, outside of trying to take his channel down, she has at least communicated to the insider that she may sue Mr. Sarah Garvey, the black former podcast host, for likening her YouTube business to a plantation. All right. Now, I would like to basically play the full length video of Mr. Sarah Garvey right here. And
before he plays it, hey Arian, I saw your chat here. Yeah, I got another project down the work. So yeah, you guys look out for that. For those of you guys who are subscribed to my other channel, we're gonna be creating I don't know what app we're gonna create yet, but it's gonna be based off of JavaScript, so we're gonna be using that. But yeah, I'm sorry. Listen, I can only do so much. Okay, I got the real world, and I got a whole Pearl accountable. There's only so much. So please, I do have a video coming out soon for you guys. So just stay tuned. Make sure you have a solid computer if you guys want to follow along too, and we can make that happen. Okay, I don't want any other, oh, my stuff's not loading properly. Make sure you got i7, i5 you can get away with, but i7 are better.
And then I'll come back.
I received information earlier today that Just Pearly Things is planning to sue me for defamation, and I am here to tell you all that I will not back down from the truth. I have written and audio information to show Just Pearly Things to be a liar. She states in this article that I have been planning to take her down for months. And if I have, then why would you offer me a contract? Why offer a contract to somebody that you believe has been trying to do something untoward? So either she was telling the insider the truth, or she was telling the truth about the contracts. The two cannot be true. I look forward to exposing her as a liar and a fraud in court.
Now, let me just say this. Here is something that I.
First of all, man, Sarar, look at it. This is a face of somebody who's ready for war. Right here. He's ready. But that is wild. That is wild that Pearl is doing this. Was it the Business Insider? Is she that big now? She's got connections to the Business Insider? What insider was this? Are we talking about here, right? Is it a anonymous insider? Who? If it's a Business Insider, that's some weird ass connections that a YouTube woman has to something like that. So I find that very interesting. But so she's making comments saying that he was threatening to take her down for months. Bro, this is getting wild. This is getting wild.
That I want to read in the Insider, word for word, verbatim. In a message to Insider, Pearl described Garvey's claims about how she pays people as defamatory and false, and suggested she intends to pursue legal action against him. She said Garvey has had an agenda against me for months. Now, I also want to say this, all right? This is very, very interesting. Number one, let me talk about this real quick, okay? Let's look at some of these screenshots here. Let's look at them. Here you have Pearly Things admitting that she gives these deals, okay? People get lost in having 100% of nothing or 30% of something.
Oh! Nigga, is that the lead attorney's chat? Oh, who's a moderator? Who's the moderator on here? And the lead attorney is coming up here telling you, do you know what racism looks like? Okay, I'm from Georgia. Okay, if you're not from the South, you don't know what racism truly is. Okay, listen. Okay, let me tell you, I had a girlfriend named Kevin Samuel. That was you. Now we looking at your chat. She's a moderator. Now we're looking at past streams. You had her editor hop up on there. Now we're looking at certain things behind the surface, and it seems like lead attorney. Hey, lead attorney. There's some sus-ass connections over here, bruh. How are we supposed to trust your honest opinion? And you missed all of this. You missed all of these evidences. I don't see any follow-up videos. But then your end conclusion is, we're emotional and she's not. Oh, come on. Would a racist white woman wake up at 3 a.m. to talk to a group of black folks? I mean, come on. You guys have a job, don't ya? This is your chat, nigga. This is your chat. I told y'all she was a moderator. I told y'all. And she was deleting comments in there. She was deleting comments. And you want to tell me that Sarah got a fair shake in this space by fellow black men? Give me a fucking break.
Right? She's saying that. I'm looking for someone to do my morning show in London at 30% cut if anyone else is interested. All right? So these are her comments you're seeing here. She's commenting again. I absolutely need to get my NDA game up. Non-disclosure act, right? Is that what it means? Also, I promise you there is a whole lot of talent willing to take that deal. I'd like to offer all of my critics the opportunity to offer my talents better deals.
Yeah, how about you just pay me a flat fee to just rent my studio? That's a better deal. That's a better deal. I don't have to be locked in the contract for the next 3 years. That is a better deal. I don't know a better deal than that. There, I just did that. It took me like 5 seconds. No, less than that, actually. Less than 5 seconds. More like 3 seconds. 3 seconds. How about I just pay you to use your shit? Pay you for your cameras. Pay you for the editing work. But here she is saying, I'd like to offer all of my critics the opportunity to offer my talent. Oh, wait, she says, I'd like to offer all of my critics the opportunity to offer my talents better deals. I'll give a list of all the monthly expenses, and they can see if they can give them a better deal. What are your monthly expenses exactly? Actually, if you're willing to do this, give us your monthly expenses. I want to see it, because I can't believe that somebody is making $300,000 a month to run a podcast, and yet they have no money. What are you spending your money on? What do you, even the equipment I had, like at most, like $5,000. Like, that ain't nothing. It's just me sitting down. Some of the guests, you got 1 million plus subs, you can leverage clout. So what exactly is costing you so much? Is it the contract deal you signed with Candace Owens Group? Are they jacking your shit too? What is going on? Let's see the numbers. What are your expenses? There's no way you'll be spending this much. You're making $300,000 a month. You know how much that is a year? For a YouTuber? What are your expenses?
Give a list of all my monthly expenses, and they can see if they can give them a better deal. The people, here's another one, the people criticizing my deal, why aren't they offering deals themselves? Most are YouTubers, offer a better deal then. And then the girls call me ugly, but no one knows what they actually look like. That has nothing to do with the comments. I'm not dealing with that. So then the question is this. He makes an excellent point, a valiant point. The question is, how is it that he has had an agenda for you for months, right? Yet you offer him that deal. And on the first screenshot, you clearly say here, people get lost in having 100% of nothing or 30% of something. So now, if you feel that this person is, let's say, for example, a backstabber, a person capable of betraying you, disloyal, wouldn't you give them 100% of nothing, right? You would tell that person to leave. Like if you find somebody that is stealing or looking to expose your operation or to make false claims against your operation, it seems like you would have had, for months, you would have a lot of opportunity to get them out of there. But here's something that Pearly Things isn't talking about. And I want to bring your attention. If we go here, let's go to her live shows. All right. Now, I want to go to the show that was Do Modern Women Deserve Respect? 3 hours and 47 seconds, 3 hours and 47 minutes, 46 seconds. This was aired live on March 19th. Okay. Now I'm looking for this guy here in this podcast, and he has to be here somewhere. If he's not here, he's in one of these podcasts that performs this week. How does it there? No, actually he's in here. Are modern women to blame for relationships today? That's him. He's here. 3 weeks ago, that show was on March 17th. There he is clapping in the beginning, in the first 8 seconds. So now, how is it that, and that was just less than a month ago. So you have this guy on the show. You're typically doing business with this guy. And now you're telling me that this guy has been trying to bring you down for months. What it seems to me is you feel that the guy is very talented. You've made a lot of money with him, and that you're upset that he's saying things now like it. He's saying that you have a colonial mindset. I don't think I heard the word plantation, but that could also be an opinion of his. I don't think that it could be, let's say, something that is a legal action. But he probably could have said plantation. I don't know. But that's not defamation in my honest opinion, based off of what.
No, he said colonial mentality. That's what he said. He said colonial mentality. And she has a colonial mentality. You have a brother who has his own shit, has his own channel. He's already interviewed notorious people before Pearl got to him. Okay? And then all of a sudden, now that she got big and popular, she wants 70% of his shit. That's wild. That's a bad deal. Every other YouTuber who doesn't have a personal connection to Pearl are telling you that this is a bad deal. Just look at the ones that are telling you to take it. And it's funny because like all these guys in the camp that are calling us emotional, like, oh my God, that you guys are just weird. Like, oh my God, like how can you like not take the deal? Like, that's crazy. You guys are the ones that are dumb. And you let these Toms over here convince you that we're the emotional, not rational thinking ones. The reason why we're passionate about this is because we see the bullshit. And the fact that you guys are just complacent in the bullshit is what riles us up even further. Because how dare you look at reality in the face and say, no, I'm just going to go over here. Why not? That means that there's a deep problem with us. No one in their right mind, even other successful YouTubers, would not take that deal. She tried to take over. Look at King Rich's channel. Look at Auntie Jenny's channel. She came in and took over, cleaned house. For 3 years, they're going to be stuck in that bitch. And you want to tell me that you have to keep these people under these contracts, even after they have their own shit, because your expenses? You're making $3.6 million every year just sitting on your ass talking to modern women that, modern women this. $3.6 million. So what exactly are we missing here? How are you spending your money? And I seem to recall there was a platform that you went on and you were talking about, and they were talking about how you're horrible at spending money. You just like to buy shit. Was that Anton? I think that was Anton. I gotta buy this, I gotta buy that. You don't know how to spend money. You're a 26-year-old with hundreds of thousands of dollars in your pocket. You don't know how to spend money.
What his opinion is on how you actually wanted to take over his YouTube channel, okay? And then you wanted to take over his YouTube channel and have him doing your work, your bidding that he built up, and control all the money from his YouTube channel, and then give you 70% of the earnings, and then give 100% of his reposts over to your channel while operating that for yourself, when he could do that for himself. Yeah, that's the situation that we're dealing with. So when you're gonna sue the guy, what are you suing the guy for? And again, you go around on YouTube making these comments. You're going around on YouTube continuously getting screenshotted and saying these things as if people are not going to remember this. And again, I'm wondering to myself, like,
it's so dumb.
Does she have any like people advising her at all? Like, what is it that people are trying to tell her to say? And she's just continuously doing it almost like recklessly, like all the time. I just don't get it. I mean, I guess she's going to continue to do what she's going to do. It's fine by me. But you're not making the case by going around in these comment sections admitting what he's saying is right, because you can say whatever you want to say about the guy, but as it appears with your own language, and you've went to several interviews, the guy is not lying. He's not falsifying this information from what he said. Now, if you don't like his personal opinion, because he can liken like your colonial mindset to a plantation, that could be an expression. I don't know if you can sue somebody for that. But the reality is that the videos that you had before that you guys shared, you struck those videos down out of spite, out of anger, out of malice. And now you're trying to do this. And I think the guy definitely not a lawyer, but it seems like he would be successful. But guys, what do you think?
I think that he's gonna beat the case, hopefully, you know. I think he's going to beat the case. Dinos475, shout out to you for the $5 super chat, says, JPT apology. I should have brought Sarah Garvey for Nick JPT afterwards. Sarah has been plotting on my downfall this whole time. No, because when she brought Nick Fuentes on there, Sarah said it on Anton Daniels' show. He said that she didn't call him. She didn't call anybody. She didn't call Melanie. She didn't call MTR. She didn't let anybody know what was going on. And she should have. So it's like begging for forgiveness after you didn't even ask for permission. That's what it was. She knew who Nick Fuentes was. She knew he was a known racist. She still didn't bring it. And that's a big problem. That really is. Let me see what's going on here. RT, what are you saying? Listen, just because you have 120K subs, it don't matter. Your views are what pays, bruh. Do I have to bring up Auntie Jenny's channel again? Hold up. Auntie Jenny, hold up. Let me bring up Auntie Jenny's channel real quick, because that's one of her claim to fame. Okay, let's look at Auntie Jenny's channel real freaking quick. She's got the most subscribers she's ever had in her life right now to this point, right? And we go to her video views. Look at this. This isn't even comparable. I see channels with 3,000 subscribers doing this number. There are channels with 7,000 subscribers doing more numbers than this. So just because you go from 0 to 120 does not mean that you're going to be making money. Your money are in the views and engagements these videos are supposed to get. And we're not seeing that. Where's my boy King Riches? Yeah? Yeah, you get me, yeah? Do you get me, yeah? It takes you 3 hours to do 200 views, yeah? Do you get it now? Huh? You got no views on this guy because you just posted it a minute ago, bruh. You got 6 hours, 273 views, yeah? Yeah, you got 70,000 subscribers. I know Pearl helped you get to 70,000 subscribers, but it took you 6 hours to get 300 views, yeah? Are you making money, yeah? How about that? Now Pearl's going to take 90% of that views, yeah? Pennies on the dollar. How about that? That's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. Sub count don't mean shit no more. That's just what it is. So she came in and colonized both of these channels, and look at the results. And mind you, Pearl still gets to post these same clips on her channel and keeps 100%. And the crazy thing is, her posting it on her channel, she gets majority of the views drawn away from these other channels. That's how she's robbing them, and they don't even know it. Her platform, the fact that she gets to put these same videos on her platform, she's robbing you guys of the views. Because think about this. The reason why your views aren't comparable to the subscriber count is because your subscribers are from her. So if you're just going to repost these videos on your channel, why watch it on your channel when they could just go to her channel and watch it? She's double deeping on you motherfuckers and you're not even paying attention. That's why it's a problem. And when we look at large with places that have been colonized out in the world, we're looking at the Congo, we're looking at all these other African nations that were conquered. What do you think these Europeans are doing? They double dip. They benefit from the resources. So when he's saying it's a colonial mindset, he's not wrong. And so far, no lies have been told. No lies have been told. So it's one thing, like we can't be, okay, when we look at certain metrics, we have to add other metrics that are around it for proper context. So we know what's going on. Because otherwise you could just say, oh, 120,000 subs. That's a lot of subscribers. Oh my God. Like it's crazy. But okay, what's good is 100,000, 120,000 subs if you got it from one content creator and that content creator is posting the same videos you're posting. They're just siphoning views from you. That's what they're going to do. Look at most channels that came up trying to be like Fresh and Fit. Their views are around the same bit because most Fresh and Fit audience are like, wait, why watch you when I can go watch the original? That's the mindset of most people. So the fact that you guys aren't even taking that context into consideration on what's going on here, you're not seeing the full picture. So when someone like Anton Daniels, hold up. I gotta roast. Hey, hold up. I gotta end this live stream roasting Anton Daniels. Where is that video with that white boy that came up to him and kissed him? Hold on. I gotta find that video, bruh. I gotta find it because Anton Daniels, it makes so much sense where your mentality's at, okay? This dude let a white boy disrespect him in front of a bakery, all right? And listen, no consequences were given to that white dude, all right? He was a belligerent. He was loud, right? He was getting in Anton's face. He was blowing kisses and shit. And I know Anton kind of, he felt touched and special for a little bit, but, that's beside the point, right? And yet he still got served and literally, like, Anton didn't do anything to protect himself. And when he got pressed by Six the Goddess, another woman he was throwing shots at but then tried to lie about, what ended up happening was then she ended up pressing him saying, listen, dude, you should at least done something. Like, you can stand your ground. Like, what's up, right? Well, Anton, what's going on? Do you know what Anton said? This nigga said, I can't turn my back on the people that held me down. And they don't look like me. And I'm just like, the people that held you down, nigga, what? You making bread off the manosphere right now, the black manosphere. Most of your Patreon supporters are black folks. Because let's face it, most white folks already got basic financial understanding to know that a lot of the shit that you're saying is basic as fuck. So they're not signing up for your bullshit. You out here making a profit off of duping black folks, and you're gonna come online and say, I can't turn my back on the people that helped me. Oh, y'all got to see this. This shit was so fucking hilarious. I'm gonna just let this shit play on through.
Me or you, then I wouldn't be giving you this information at all. What's going on? Well, good for you. I don't really care about whether or not you can. I don't care about what you're talking about, bro.
I know you don't, because you're the new generation. None of you guys care what we think. Why don't you record that?
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say.
None of your generation cares what we think. Okay? You said that yourself, right? You're talking about being considerate, but yet you are very inconsiderate as I cannot hear what's going on.
How did you address it?
Broadcast that on the motherfucking web that I helped build.
Let me ask you, can I ask you a question?
Take care of yourself.
Can I ask you a question?
Strawberry cheesecake?
But see,
no, you can't, because
shout out to you, TJ, for the super chat.
Fucking time. You're a little boy compared to what I grew up in. I grew up in Hollywood, Florida. My grandfather owned that fucking corner. I grew up in Grosse Pointe, okay?
This dude is talking about generational wealth. His grandfather owned a corner right down the street here. He's letting this dude just know everything. And worst of all, before he started listing all that stuff off, he called Anton a boy. This is the same guy that says he can't turn his back on his people. And this is what his people think.
On Yorkshire Street, 2 houses off fucking Jefferson. Where do you fucking live? Now you can't record. You know your people can't hear now because I'm being considerate.
I'm gonna make you famous.
Considerate.
I'm gonna make you famous.
Make me fucking famous. James Francis, a little junior. I'm in Facebook jail right now for talking shit like this. It's called reality. My grandfather helped build this motherfucking city. And you know what? The people who see me on this recording are gonna laugh their fucking asses off.
And he doesn't realize how right he is. We laughing at Anton right now, bruh. He just said his family helped build the city. This nigga don't care about your Porsche, nigga. He don't care about your Rolex. His folks built the city. His grandpappy had a corner store or a building down at the corner. This man is sunning you right now, throwing generational wealth right in your face. That's old money right there, because they built the city. And you can't turn your back on who?
They're gonna fucking laugh.
I'm gonna make you
They're
so
gonna laugh
famous.
so fucking hard.
Oh, this is funny. This shit is funny, right? I found this hilarious. Anton, you're not even famous in the manosphere right now. You had to pay Charleston White a fucking pronounced rapist, all right, and possible like a child predator. I don't know, because the way he was talking about Asian babies, I don't know. That was weird. And yet you haven't held him accountable. Obsidian hasn't held him accountable. None of y'all niggas have held Charleston White accountable. I don't even see the attorney doing a fucking video on him, right? Yet your audience are gonna come at us and say, well, what about Cynthia G? Why are you guys letting Charleston White get a pass? No, we never let them get a pass. That's the beauty of us not being in an echo chamber. Because when we see other people doing wrong, we call them out on it. But you guys who are stuck in your own channels, you always want to go to the what about? But yeah, you're not even criticizing the guys who didn't even do what you're criticizing us for already doing. That's a problem. Y'all need to wake the fuck up. Shout out to you, Silk De Niro TV says, if King Richards gets 1.5 million views in a month, that's at a CPM of $5. That's $7,500 a month. That means he's only getting paid $22.50. All hail King Pittance. Y'all defending this shit? And yo, you know what's crazy, Silk? This is gonna be for 3 years. Imagine for the next 3 years, you just seeing all that bread just go right to the top. And you wanna tell me you didn't get colonized, my dude? You want to sit here and defend this shit? I honestly don't know if you're doing this out of pure shame, King Richards. I don't know if you're doing this out of pure embarrassment or pride or whatever the fuck this is. But you yourself know that that's not right. There is a problem with that number. And you're defending this? What is it? Is it the NDA? Did she say not? Do you have to get out? I mean, what's going on? You got to let us know. But we know the number is not right, bruh. That the 7 bands she's taking from you. Over 7 bands. What you doing? But you out here defending this shit. You got Auntie Jenny. Hey, woman, put down the cognac. Stop it. Hey, somebody come get your auntie. All right, she wilding out here. Get her off social media. Shout out to you for the super chat.
They are.
I can smell the alcohol on your breath. So I know you're drunk.
I just got done drinking scotch.
I
You
can
know
tell.
what?
I
I
can
just got here from New Jersey.
That's why I'm taking into consideration who you are. I know that you. I know you're a drunkard.
You know, I was
so
a
I'm not even.
of Ford. You know James D. Donaldson.
I don't really care about. I don't care about.
You want to overtalk? You want to be a cool man?
Look at him.
I was a consultant at Delphi, EDS, Ford Motor Company, General Motors.
This dude is listing all Fortune 500 companies. Do you think he gives a fuck, Anton?
BCC. How about that?
Anything else?
Fucking crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going back home to Florida next week. Been in New Jersey 4 months business consulting.
What makes us not listen to old people? And I'm gonna say it in front of him because I want him to understand.
Oh, you're not. We don't do teddy bears, suckers, state spaces, corners, and blankies. All right, you can be a man and look at my face and tell me. You don't have to look at
me.
No safe spaces. Did he say foreigners? Did he say foreigners? I gotta slow that down. What did this dude just say?
What makes us not listen to old people? And I'm gonna say it in front of him because I want him to understand.
Oh, you're not. We don't do teddy bears, suckers, state spaces, corners, and blankies. All right.
This nigga said foreigners. He said foreigners. What does he mean by that? Anton, you speak the language of your people. You let me know what's going on. Them your peoples, right? What did he mean by foreigners? Huh? I didn't even see this. I didn't even hear this shit. This is crazy. Yo!
You can be a man and look at my face and tell me. You don't have to look at me.
Meanwhile, he's telling us about how he's in Facebook jail, but he's so rich. Yeah, okay.
Nigga, how does that even make sense? You can get canceled and still get it back. What do you mean? Like, yeah, just because he's in Facebook jail for talking shit don't mean nothing. Oh, that proved that he's willing to talk shit in real life because we see him on camera doing that to your face. So if he in Facebook jail, I mean, imagine what he will do in real life. You see what I'm saying? So like, you just say, oh, you're in Facebook jail, but you're supposed to be rich. Like, nigga, get off the money. He don't care. He's drunk and he's being honest with you. He's telling you about the generational wealth he has. He's telling you about how his grandfather helped, or his grandparents, or whatever it is, helped build the city. Or his lineage. His grandparents owned the store in the corner. He's letting you know all that. So your little car and your Rolex don't mean shit. Facebook jail, you crazy.
Anyways, the point.
For preaching the Constitution because soon.
He's broke. He's broke.
I live in Florida.
He's gonna be walking down the street shortly. We're not concerned about it. For some reason, they think that their word means so much more than everybody else's, and this is why people don't listen to the older generation. Real talk. Can you please back up?
People don't listen to the older generation. Why are we listening to you? Like, who the fuck are you then? Because clearly you over here not knowing what the hell you talking about, talking to these young men down here. People don't listen to the older generation. Like, bro, stop.
Look
how close this guy is. Look at this. Anton can literally touch him right now.
Dude is a drunk.
Okay with it too.
Dude is a drunk. And as a result, he thinks we care about his fake stories about who he is and where he come from.
Do you know what's funny? Look at the employees. There's still, none of them are doing anything to this guy. He sat here and told you his lineage built the city that you're in right now. He's verbally insulting you while you're sitting here smiling and filming all that shit, right? Like, it's funny. And here are the employees not doing shit about it. If that were me in there talking to a white man like that, I'd be thrown out. I had the cops with guns lined up outside that bakery. But they not doing shit. You're not even seeing this environment you're in right now. My boy is sunning you with his lineage and pretty much privilege, and the surrounding you're in are verifying that. They not gonna do shit to him right now. He gonna get his food and his order after dissing your ass and walk out. That's crazy.
When the reality is that we don't care about any of it. When the reality is that
I'm gonna show you pictures of my fucking life. You want to see me on an 80-foot?
I know you broke, bro. The beauty of it is that I caught it in real time for you guys to see. I seen his beater. I seen his broke car. I seen how broke he really is. And now he want to show me some pictures, right? And he's drunk. So we gonna continue to have this conversation. Hey, can I make my order real quick?
Fucking excellent.
While he's talking.
No, I don't know. I'm going to talk loud now so you can't communicate with these people.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm going to interrupt you. You need to go home and reflect on this video as a young man, because that's all you are as a young man.
If I wasn't rich, I wouldn't even care about what you want.
If you weren't rich, are you sitting there just playing this game? Is your mind that fucked up, Anton? Where you can't see past your own fucking wealth? Bro, what are you? I'm rich? The nigga just said his grandparents built this town you're in right now. New money don't mean shit to old money. He's letting you know that right now. How are you not aware of that? Have they kicked him out here for cussing you out? Had they kicked him out for getting in your face? Even the people around him know they're not gonna do shit to him. Jesus Christ, bro. You're just the most unaware individual I've ever met, Anton. You're rich? Is that the best comeback that you got? You think old money cares about your little fucking watch and the fucking car that you bought? You're nuts.
Sam, bro.
What street?
I'm gonna drive
from Yorkshire.
I'm gonna drive my beautiful Porsche home.
That sounds like they got money on that street.
Porsche.
I'm gonna go to my huge home, and we know you broke, and we know you drunk.
You know that?
All right?
You know cars don't mean shit. I told you my family.
Go ahead, keep going.
I told you where I'm from and where I live.
What else?
He told you his family, and look at this. This is a perfect shot. This is a perfect shot right here. Right here. He told you everything about his family. You say you're talking about your little car and watch. Nigga, he doesn't care. Old money don't give a fuck about new money. Matter of fact, that's probably why he don't like you. Because old money don't like new money. That's just what it is, bruh. Look what he's about to do. We on Lock Nation. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. Look at this. Look at that.
This is
Look at this.
Have a great night.
And they took his order. They took his order. Look at him. They didn't tell him, hey, you're being disrespectful. You need to leave. You didn't even demand for these guys to reprimand this man. If you don't want to be violent, that's fine. You didn't even demand anything. They still served him. You're not aware of where you're at right now? But these are the people that you can't turn your back on, right?
Else?
Like, you act like this nigga doesn't know what he really thinks of you. This is crazy.
A double.
And this is 4K, ladies and gentlemen.
How about a triple? If this were the 80s, I'd invite you outside. But
if
not.
this
and I
was
beat
the
your
80s.
ass, too.
Oh, I know, because you're a kung fu. You do kung fu too, don't you? Right. You're not only rich, but you're a kung fu master. What level are you? 10? On video games. That's what level kung fu master you are. Do you think you're fucking somebody?
I'm everything.
Really? I'm everything.
They love me.
I'm everything.
They love me.
I'm everything. They love me. 200,000 people love you?
Hey, Anton, you were lying. You were lying about that 200,000 because he said there were 200,000 people watching him at the same time. He was lying about that. And now I know you were lying because he just said the exact same thing. So that means you were capping when you were making this video. You were lying. You probably were trying to flex on him. I got 200,000 people watching me live right now. Nigga, no you don't. You don't even got 200,000 subscribers. The fuck? Nigga, you can't even get 200,000 views in one video. What are we doing? This has to stop, Anton, okay?
Fuck you.
Look at
Anything
this.
else?
Look at this.
You're wasting my time.
You about to go get in your beater? This is
All
why
right,
y'all got...
so did y'all see a car? Did y'all see a broke car? I didn't see a broke car. I don't even see a car down the street. So you said in the back here, Anton, you saw what car he pulled up in, the beater and whatnot. I don't see a beater car. Matter of fact, even in the last scene, I didn't see a beater car. So you capped about his car just to try to sit there and leverage your wealth over him to your fans online? What if this nigga really got the money like that? And we don't know, but he's talking like he got that confidence.
Anything else?
No, I'm good. You're wasting my time.
You about to go get in your beater? This is why y'all gotta keep y'all cool. Let me tell you what really happened. He seen me pull up in the Porsche. He see my Rolex. He didn't like the fact that I got over 200,000 of y'all watching at the same time. He didn't know.
He's got over 200,000 people watching at the same time. You liar. You a lie. You a liar. You ain't got 200 people watching you, 1,000 people watching you like that. And I know that's what you told him. And guess what? He still didn't give a fuck. He felt confident enough to come up to you and say what he needed to say. He probably got that money to say that shit. And you sit here trying to let me just retell the story so he's gonna make it look like I came out victorious, guys. This is why you gotta keep a level head. Nah, bro. You just got embarrassed. And you supposed to be whose leader? By G, dog.
Know who I really was, right? And then he got jealous and he just blurted out. This is what happened when you're young, you rich, you successful. But the thing that y'all gonna have to remember is you gotta keep your cool. You can't let these old men, especially the ones that feel privileged, right? You can't let them push you off your square.
That feel privilege? That feel privilege? Is that what you say? Nigga, he just sat there and beat his privilege into you. We watched it for the past 5 minutes. He was telling you his grandfathers and his forefathers helped build the city you're in right now. Down the street, his grandfather owned the store. He don't care about your shit. He don't care about your little watch. You just bringing it back to just the material things is worrisome. Because that means the people who are learning under you, they're not learning anything of substance. Anything of substance is going to make them real men. This right here, I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at. And there's a woman that called you out. All right, we got to get Six the Goddess because there were some pieces. Listen, we didn't even play the full video in that stream. All right, and I have to do this because all of them are coming at the sister right now. And matter of fact, the collective black manosphere seems as though they're going after a bunch of the sisters right now, and it's a problem, right? Listen, personally, I don't feel bad because a lot of these sisters were partially responsible for parroting these talking points, right? Some of them that go on these panels and do whatever, say whatever these dudes are saying. I get it. I understand that, right? And now that you went to bat for the men that you thought supported you, and when it came down to it with Pearl, they didn't have your back. I get it. That shit sucks, okay? But a lot of people in the black manosphere right now, they're going after Six the Goddess. They're going after, I think it's I Am Courtney Michelle. Is that what it is? I think it's I Am Courtney Michelle. B. Taylor. All these other girls are getting just hammered on right now by Obsidian's camp and all these other dudes, right? But first things first, the more I'm listening to Six, I'm like, what y'all are calling her stupid and all this stuff like that. It seemed like she got more sense than Anton. Let's take a look.
On camera telling the man to get away from you and back away from you. And this is during COVID. And he get this close in your face.
But the point
you are within your right to remove that person out. I'm not saying you had to knock him out, but if you would have laid a finger on him like this, your ass would have been in jail. Even though it was.
But my point is that I'm more powerful when I'm thinking through the scenario, because the thing that I'm focused on is at the results. I'm not focused on the current situation. And I think that we as people often focus on how we need to react to the current situation instead of being proactive with what it is that we're doing in order to get to the results that we got to.
I think we're good.
He had no bearing. He had no impact or influence or anything on what it is that I was going to be doing the minute that he got out of my presence.
Did he go to jail? Did he get arrested for stalking and harassing and attacking you?
Maybe.
Absolutely not.
Maybe.
No, he did not go to jail. He did not see it.
Maybe.
No, he did not.
I'm telling you,
Then
Six.
say if he did he? No.
I don't believe that he went to jail, but I do believe that he was affected financially.
We cannot ignore disadvantages that are systematically put against us, like our ancestors didn't. Our ancestors didn't just deal with what they did. They said, no, we want better. So I'm not going to say racism don't exist. I want to speak on it. I want to make it known. I want to make it. How can you get a problem fixed when you can't even acknowledge it's a problem? So that maybe content creators in 2-3 generations won't have to go through that. But if we just ignore blatant racism, that don't help no one. Just because we got what we want, now we want to ignore it. We have to look at it as bigger than us. There's people coming after us. That's all it's about. I think you're looking at it on very like people.
Well, you have to look at it.
No, it's system.
Based off of people.
It's system.
But people
For
make
example,
up the system.
Let's say I smell right now. Let's say I stink.
No, you smell
good. But let's say if I did. Let's say if I was stinky.
I just gotta say that for the people because
I don't stand just so y'all know. But
she
I'm just giving an example.
She smell really
Let's
good.
say, what is that? Dolce.
Shout out to
Dolce.
Shout out to Six with the good smell.
Shout out.
Shout out to Six with the good smell. You are a married man. You are a married man alone in a dimly lit room with another woman. And where's Rita? Where's Rita? I don't see Rita. Is she back there? Rita, where you at? What's going on, Anton? What you trying to do here, bruh? Six with the good smell, bruh. And then in another live stream, you over here crying. Why didn't you call me, Six? You should have called me. You made a pact with me in my kitchen. You, me, and Rita. Why didn't you call? That's you. Hey, Silk De Niro TV, shout out to you for the $11 Canadian. He says $11 Canadian. I gotta stop doing that. 11 Canadian. He says Anton is one of those dudes that was lame as fuck growing up. That's why he leans on financial status so much. You ain't no big dog. You just a lame with no money. Money can't unlame a lame. Kill you. Hey, yo, that's a quote right there. You put that in a rap. That's a bar, bro. But he's absolutely right. Right? You can't freaking do that, and it's crazy. It's crazy. He comes up here, he talks YouTube tough, and here he is. He's like, when you get confronted in reality, we know what you like. That's funny. That's funny. You got all the smoke for black women. You got all the smoke for black men like Sarah. Yet there's a white dude, and mum's the word.
But my point is, let's say if I smell, and I'm like, damn, like, I took a shower, I put on, I still smell. You have to figure out the root. The root might be, maybe you're eating pork belly and Pepsi every day. And that pork belly and Pepsi coming out your pores. So you might sit there and wash and put the deodorant, but the smell's still there because you didn't go to the root of what it was. So at the end of the day, we all out here making moves. We doing our thing. I am all for us making our money, taking care of our family, but we have to always acknowledge that underlying smell, the root of everything, is going to be racism and white supremacy. It's okay to acknowledge it. Then you can say, okay, let me cut that out my diet. Now I'm smelling better. So my thing is, I think it's dangerous to not acknowledge it. Even that instance that happened with you with that white man in that bakery, and they sat there and let that man attack you, and then still served.
I don't feel like I was attacked.
Still served him his fucking food.
I don't feel like I was attacked.
Not one person asked him to leave. They still took his money. When if that would have been your black ass attacking him like that, you would have been escorted out, and they would not have served you.
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Six.
We'll just agree to disagree. Okay, Anton.
No. Okay, listen. Think about it like this,
okay,
right?
Anton.
Think
so
about
you're
it
saying
like
that
this.
man did not attack you?
No.
Did you see the same video I saw?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, listen. I can't, I won't, it's not in me to turn my back on the people. And I know you looking at it from a system perspective, right? A systematic
Who are you
perspective.
talking about turning your back on?
It's people that have held me down that don't look nothing like me.
That's fine.
Yo! The Sid one says it's not self-defense until the old man touched him. No, the old man went to his face. Do you know what menacing is? You could get charged for menacing, right? That's with the intent of like when you're trying to, if someone feels as though you're getting close to their space and they feel like you have the intent to hurt them or you're aggressive, that's considered menacing. They can arrest you in some states for that. That's a crime. Matter of fact, they can even lump that under assault in most states. So it's a real thing. I don't know how you guys don't know that. Just because someone doesn't physically attack you doesn't mean they're not menacing. That's a problem. That's a real thing. I got a homie that when I was in back in high school that got busted for it, right? Because he was trying to intimidate some dude and he got caught, which he didn't think that he was gonna got up for it because he didn't touch him or attack him, just trying to punk him a little bit. He got arrested. You can absolutely get arrested for what that white man did. You could absolutely get arrested for what that guy did. Absolutely. If you're in a state that they menacing is a thing, you're gonna get arrested. Especially if Anton pushed for it, he could get at least maybe not arrested, but probably written up or something, like a ticket or something like that. Probably settled down in civil or something like that. But it's definitely a thing.
But Anton, do you understand what a white savior complex is?
No, that's not what this is, though.
Okay,
tell me what it is. I want to know.
Black people need to stop getting flattered when white people do things for them, because white people have an inferiority complex for us in general. The minute a white man come in contact with you, the black man is always superior. We're talking about genetically, just at his core. So white people have a complex called, you saw the lady where she was trying to get embryos, and it was like 2 black embryos, and the white couple implanted.
you gotta
they
tell
wanted
me
to
about
save the black. It was a white couple, and it was 2 black embryos that had been sitting there, and the white people were like, "We'll take it." White people feel like by helping us or saving us, it makes them more powerful than us. So they'll disguise things they do for
But why
us.
can't they just genuinely want? Why can't there be on an individual level
Because there's
people
no
that
such
genuinely
thing.
want the best for you?
Because there's no such thing as equality between us. This is why white people have to have a system to keep us at a certain distance, because when we talk about our ability, like physically, mentally, we'll surpass them every time. So they have to keep this gap. It's never that they're just genuinely, they're doing that because they're ahead of you and going to be able to stay ahead of you in certain ways.
I don't believe so.
Okay. It's a white savior. White people do things for black people because they
But
want to
it's
feel
not just white
powerful.
people, right? It's
Anybody non-black. It's
the
a
majority
complex.
of people. If you look at households, right, the average household income, based off of race and demographic, white people aren't too far ahead of black people, and those aren't even the people that are making the
Well, they're
majority
more
of money.
far ahead in their humanity. You understand that?
What do you mean?
They have more human rights. For going back to the example we talk about when you got attacked, you could not even defend yourself. You could not even defend yourself because you knew that even if you would have been within your right to defend yourself as not only as a human but as a man, your black ass would have still got locked up.
Well, you don't know
'Cause
what happened to him though.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
What matter? I know he got served that food, which was disgusting. I couldn't believe they actually
That's
served him.
irrelevant.
It's relevant.
No,
But the
because
point
you don't
is,
know
you
what
couldn't
happened on the
defend
back
yourself.
end. No, I did.
As
I
a
was-
man,
Well, no,
you
no,
couldn't
no,
because you knew they was
But
gonna
see,
lock
this is
your
the
black
thing.
ass up.
This is the thing, sis.
Even though you went there right.
The way that he operated, and this is the thing that people don't understand, is that the reason why we get locked up a lot of times is because we react emotionally and we're not thinkers.
Anton.
We react emotionally. Hear me out here.
Hey,
We
stop
react
trying to touch her,
emotionally.
bro. Hey, stop trying to touch her. And no, the reason why we get locked up a lot of the times is because our neighborhoods are over-policed. You guys don't realize this. We live in a police state, only in Black America. Think about this. Black neighborhoods, especially ones in the ghetto, are the most over-policed, but there's still a bunch of crime going on. Make it make sense. How are you the most over-policed community, but there's still more crimes going on, and what? What are the forces doing? We have a police state, and when you have a police state, it means that the police, they're not doing an effective job in solving the root cause of the issue. Matter of fact, the police aren't even equipped to have the tools to solve the economical issues within those neighborhoods. And plus, you over-police a neighborhood, chances are those people are going to be arrested disproportionately. That's just how that works. So it's not because black people act emotional, it's because we're reacting to a police state in our neighborhoods. Imagine if this was nationwide, where black neighborhoods were just as policed, white neighborhoods and all neighborhoods were just as heavily policed like some of the neighborhoods in black communities. Imagine if that happened. You see a lot of these Republicans, oh my God, they're trying to take our rights. Okay, get the guns. Come on, Sally, get the guns. Let's go. Come on. The cops are there. They're trying to take our rights. It's happening. We got to revolt. We got to revolt. That's what they would do. But if it's black people, if it's us, right, all of a sudden, oh, no, you guys just cause crime. That's why the cops need to be there. Just stay over there. And you want to tell me there's not a systemic problem? Wake the fuck up, Anton. Just because you got a little bit of money and you can move to a nice neighborhood apartment does not mean that you're exempt for these issues.
Put my disclaimer. I am not involved in this part of the conversation.
No,
I'm not saying
think
this.
about it. Think about
That's
it.
him.
Think about it. We react emotionally and we're not thinkers. So
Why we react emotionally?
The entire
I hate
time,
that
though,
argument.
because we have things that are passed down.
PTSD.
No, because most of us that exist today have never truly went through anything race related.
She naked.
Most people.
Hey, what did you say, nigga? Hold on. What did you say? Did this nigga just say niggas online today don't have race. Oh no, I can't. No.
React emotionally, and we not thinkers. So
Why we react emotionally?
the entire time that it was because we have things that are passed down.
PTSD.
No, because most of us that exist today have never truly went through anything race related.
Whoa! Oh shit! Yo! And you want to trust his opinion when it comes to Pearl? This man just sat up here and said black people today haven't gone through anything race related. Really? So walking while black is not a thing. Driving while black is not a thing. Getting unfairly profiled is not a thing. No, we just out here just emotional for nothing. You know? You don't see what we see, we just emotional for nothing. This nigga I gotta play that back one more time for the slow kids in the back. Hold up. Hold up, bruh. Hold up. Can I get subtitles in here? Let me get subtitles in here.
We have things that are passed down.
PTSD.
No, because most of us that exist today have never truly went through anything race related.
I'm glad we got the subtitles. So now we got words matching up to what the fuck you're saying. Wow, bruh. And you're black? Are you sure, Anton? Are you sure? Because most of your Patreon supporters are black. This is insane.
Most people that are existing in 2022. Okay, so let me break this down. No.
Are you trolling me?
No, I'm serious.
Stop touching her. You a married man. I'm telling Rita.
Hear me out, Six. Think about it.
I feel like you just trolling me.
People that existed before us, right? Ancestors, great grandparents, and all of those type of people, right? The things that they went through in order to become successful. It's interesting because they were incredibly more successful at keeping their households together, becoming professionals, so on and so forth, generating wealth, and even building their own communities. And they experienced true racism, so much so to where they had to be systematically destroyed.
I see the problem. You think racism is like, man, you from a tree, nigger.
No,
that's what
no.
you think.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what these guys. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of these dudes, as soon as they get that little bit of capitalist bread, right, now they start thinking they're better. And she's right. Just because they don't see any lynchings don't mean it don't happen. This is wild, Anton. I can't believe this.
When you say systematically,
I
I
understand.
understand.
Very overt.
No. I know what you're saying when you're saying systematically, right?
No, you don't.
I do understand
No,
what
you
you're
don't
saying.
understand.
But my point is that even let's bring it back up to the incident that happened supposedly with me with the white guy that was at the shop, right?
He'd attack you.
He didn't attack me, but here's the thing.
Me.
The thing that people, and when I looked at the comments and I was looking at the reactions and stuff like that, right? Everybody was reacting the same way that they would normally react is, yo, you should have knocked his head off, or if he even came touch, if he was in your space, you could have defended yourself, so on and so forth. And
Yes. Some brothers who got sense. Some brothers who are real warriors, who are fighters. Listen, I'm not saying if you don't want to do anything, if you don't want to, they're different kinds of people. If you want to fight, you can fight. All right. If you want to run, you can run. You can get killed doing both. All right. There are people who ran and they get killed. There are people who stay and fight and they get killed. That's why it's fight or flight, because you don't know where you're going to end up. But shit, the decision you make, you better hope it's the best one. But here's the thing. As a leader of this space, trying to build strong, confident, rich black men, you would think that the person leading the charge would also be able to lead by example, by showing strength. No one is saying that you had to knock a dude out. I'm not saying that, all right? You don't have to be that crazy, all right? But if someone is coming at you menacingly, they invade your space, you have within your rights to shove them back or demand those staff that were walking around acting like they didn't see anything, You demand that they do something about this man. So even if you can't do anything yourself because you feel powerless, Anton, at least use the system that's within there to take care of him. Or at least call them out. But you did nothing. You just sat there and just smiled. He's just jealous because of my Rolex. Look at my Rolex and my Porsche. It's the base model, but he's jealous of it. I guarantee you that. You did nothing. So your audience was clowning you. You should have done something.
I was thinking to myself, well, why would I react like that when that's exactly what people would want me to do if they were looking for me to get in trouble? They want me to put my bag on the line. They want me to go viral by doing something crazy. They want me to knock his head off.
Nigga, you wanted him to go viral. You said you will make him famous. You posted the video. The fuck?
So on and so forth. But that's not the way in which you deal with confrontation. You got to think through that stuff, right? I can't do anything if I have to get bailed out in the morning and I got to sit in jail for the next 3 days.
Why would you sit in jail when you're on camera telling the man to get away from you and back away from you? And this is during COVID, and he get this close in your face.
But the point
you are within your right to remove that person out. I'm not saying you had to knock him out, but if you would have laid a finger on him like this, your ass would have been in jail. Even though it was.
But my point is that I'm more powerful when I'm thinking through the scenario, because the thing that I'm focused on is at the results. I'm not focused on the current.
No, you know what the results are? The results are bullies don't stop if you don't show strength. That's the result. And you notice you were telling him to get out of your space multiple times, and he still came at you. That's the difference. When you act soft and don't show strength in the face of danger or bullies, that shit's gonna keep happening. It's the same thing with our community. We let people come in. We don't show any strength. We don't show any passion. And then they keep doing what they've been doing to us for years. You are the physical representation, Anton, of what's been going on. At least some kind of action to show to the next person he decides to walk up on drunk to say, listen, maybe I should think twice. Otherwise, he's going to get those guys to try to kick me out. But you did nothing. You didn't show strength. Listen, growing up, we all loved MLK. And we still do. The whole peaceful movement. You know, we shall overcome. Let's lockstep with our oppressors, and let's march down to Washington and go ahead and fight for the rights to sit on the bench with the same with a white person, right? But as you get older, and you start to see that these injustices and these systemic issues are still present, then you start to realize that all that kumbaya shit was just lip service, and that's when you start to feel more like a Malcolm. You start to feel more like a Malcolm. Fuck that shit. I want action now. And that's what Martin Luther King did. Towards the end, the speech that got him shot, we're going to Washington, and this time we coming for our checks. That's what happens. Anton is the physical representation of that. He's coming up here to YouTube telling y'all, don't run in the, don't come to Pearl. No, she did nothing wrong. Please, guys, please, come on, please, just leave her alone. She was just young and dumb. You don't think her family and where she was raised from know what the fuck's going on? You don't think her background, you don't think she is aware on some level? You gotta wake up, Anton. Just because you're rich now does not mean shit. Hey, do y'all want to see the Anton before he got rich? I still got that video, buddy. Y'all want to see that? Let me pull up that video real quick. I'm gonna pull up that video with Anton before he got rich. Y'all see the difference. He was very humble, you know, talking about wholesome things like, you know, money is the root of all evil. You said that, bruh. Back when you had the little fuzz on your head. And Let me get this video real quick. Oh, let me get this video. Hold up. Let me get this video. Hold up. This no, it's not this one. Hold up. It's this one right over here. Hold up. You about to see before and after with Anton here. Oh, where did that go? That's Hold up, chat. Let me find this real quick. I gotta play this video. Oh, there it is. Nope. Hang on. No, that's not it. Hold up, chat. I gotta find that video. Where did I move it to? I got so much shit in here. Hang on, chat. Give me 1 second. But it's a video we played earlier about our last live stream. Is that in there? Okay, cool. And it was Anton before and after. And it was very interesting because Anton before was was a little soft. You know, and it shows you like the mentality of what happens when these guys get a little bit of money in their pockets and they think that they're just better than you. Let me go extra large here. I think it's one of these over here. There it is. I knew I had it.
Daniels is a YouTuber who was bragging about his money and.
Hold up. It was right here. Right here. Hey! Oh, look at Anton. My boy Anton, before he became the colorful Suge Knight that we know today. Look at him. Yeah, nice and soft, like a little boy. Let's play what Anton has to say about money.
I believe in happiness. I believe in chasing growth. That my focus is not ever really completely on money. And I'm not telling you not to be successful. Be successful in everything you do. What I'm saying is be happy. You know, focus on what fulfills you as a purpose. Because if you go through life and you never really do what you were meant to do, but you made a lot of money doing it, what have you really accomplished?
Hold up. This nigga's singing a different tune than the Anton we seeing right now. This nigga's singing a different tune than the Anton we seeing right now.
It's a immediate red flag. I don't believe in happiness. I believe in chasing growth. That my focus is not ever really completely on money. And I'm not telling you not to be successful. Be successful in everything you do. What I'm saying is be happy. You know, focus on what fulfills you as a purpose. Because if you go through life and you never really do what you were meant to do, but you made a lot of money doing it, what have you really accomplished? If you see people that continue to tell you that money don't mean nothing or money don't make you happy, start to look at them a little bit crooked, because it's a bold-faced lie and it's an excuse as to why they can't be whatever it is that they want to be.
Thank you so much, Anton. Thank you so much. Let's hear some more.
Personally, I want to build a legacy. I can't do that if I'm 100% focused on money. You know, money don't mean anything. It's a means to take care of the things that you need to take care of, and you know, it's not the measure by which I want to be evaluated in my lifetime. I want to be, I guess the point that I'm trying to make is it's just important to have that work-life balance. It's just important to have that work-life balance.
Nigga! What happened? What happened to you? You thought we would forget? Did you honestly think we would forget? Huh? Y'all see how that all that tone changed as soon as y'all put some money in his pocket. Now he feels like he can't turn his back on the people that help him get here. But y'all helped him get to where he is. We knew where his broke ass was before y'all got to him. We knew where his broke ass was. We saw it. Until y'all started paying his Patreon, this is who he was. You want to tell me he's not grifting himself? Now he got the money, got spending on facials for Charleston White. Yeah, he doesn't want to call Charleston White on the fuckery that Charleston White's been on. He'd rather go in and run defense for a fucking rapist. You want to go ahead and run defense for a guy that says Asian babies should be sodomized. You have him sitting on your podcast and you can't call him out? You got his personal phone line and you can't call him out? But you got smoke for black women for days, huh? And you want to tell me you guys don't have a fucking agenda here? Nah, bro. Guys, we got to get these people up out of here. We got to get these Toms and Sambos. You got to get up out of here. Go. Because if you guys truly understand what this was about, you would be in lockstep with us holding Pearl accountable. But you didn't. Instead, you're standing in our way. And that is the saddest thing in the freaking world, man. Guys, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you being here. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with Duke the Don, and we'll be right back at it with another one, because there's a lot of shit with the saga that I just don't know what to do anymore. But we're going to be at it because that's what we do. We got to hold these people accountable. If these guys in the manosphere are going to drop the ball on it, somebody's got to pick up the slack. And lead attorney, hey, buddy, you listening? Obsidian, hey, you listening? Anton, you listening? Can you hear me? This is what holding women accountable over the internet looks like. Take it easy, y'all.